Hello and welcome to the full HD edit, multi-camera and fun as anything of the large-scale off-road Euros, which is taking place here in Vila Real over the weekend. And if you look over there, Matt, that's the weather, and that's what it's all been about. We've had rain, we've had sun, we've had wind, we've had more rain. But when it came for the final, the track was drying out. It said it wasn't dry, it was tricky, and the drivers had to contend with amazing conditions during the day. But for the final, let's get going. And off they go. It's a good start, a marvellous start for Arnaldi, and it's Feldman who's moved into second place. Car 6 of Alice Bayer is third, and then it's Lissau as they go down the Superbot corner the first time, and then Arnaldi has been actually mesmerising start, much in the semi-final. He's miles ahead, possibly caused by a bit of a kerfuffle, which has seen Lissau drop from fourth to second, from second to fourth. Donovan's on the harm. And the winner here may well change fast, but that's the end of the first lap, and it's a full lap. And Bernard Arnaldi has a 2.2 second lead from Marcus Feldman, who's 0.6 ahead of Bayer. Lissau is fourth, Gianni Verbrugge is fifth, Matthew Briere is sixth, Second Pervo is seventh, and it's Russa, Donovan and Martelli, so Martini's a different one entirely. So the battle really at the moment is this one which we're watching now, coming out between third, fourth, fifth. There's a problem there, I think slightly offline was Arnaldi. He hit the edge. I'm not sure it cost him much time. It cost him, yes, 4/10 of a second. And that's Feldman now who's catching up into second. But this is the third place man of Alice Bayer. Behind him is Lissau, who's dropping back at the moment. At this part of the race, Lissau not quick. Behind him, Lissau has Verbrugge, who's going really fast in the second semi-final until the rain came. But he's already several seconds behind Arnaldi. So Arnaldi now leads by 1.7 seconds, so actually he is being slightly pegged back by Feldman after a fantastic flying start. Bayer in third, justifying Matt's faith in him in the predictive stakes. So Alice Bayer, who of course is the brother of the reigning champion. Isn't he? Did he win again? He's the reigning champion at this.
Oh, sorry.
No. So car 2 of Lissau now has got back past Bayer and is moving forward to try and catch up. So it's Lissau from Bayer, and then Bayer drops another place, and Verbrugge gets through. So Bayer's good start has disappeared, just started saying he was doing well. And he drops down into fifth. So it's going through the screen there. You see Feldman there in second and Lissau in third. So the 1, 2, 3, it is Arnaldi, Feldman, Lissau. Four cars you see battling over third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Actually, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. Actually, third is there, in fact. They go up and straight through the camera corner. Don't fall off, unfortunately, for our victim cam we have there. And a little effort there by Bayer to make back a place on Verbrugge. He was easily caught by Lissau and Verbrugge earlier, but as you now just being 3 minutes down, 27 to go, it's just settling down a little bit, but what has not settled down is the fact that Arnaldi is easing out his lead from Feldman. His lead now is 1.8 seconds. It's 2.5 seconds further back to Lissau, with Verbrugge, as you can see, different because we've been looking at Lissau and Verbrugge we're looking at now. They're going to do the short shoot and turn into the EFRA 1 and EFRA 2. Main straight and be in camera corner before they hit the RC timing turns, and then you can just see in the background the two leading cars swish past, which is third and fourth for Brewer, looking quick. Lissau as well. Lissau's last lap 24.2, 24 flat for Feldman, which is the fastest so far. So Feldman really is trying to bridge that gap and going like a train. We still have no idea about fuel consumption because they've not had a fully dry race in well dry conditions, whereas this of course is dry on the first semi-final. Oh, and he's gone, car 2 of Lissau lost it there on the capture camera and drops back a couple of places, so you can see how much on the edge these drivers are. Lissau lost only 2 seconds in doing that. That's a big 2 seconds. It's dropped him also behind Verbrugge, who's a very quick driver. So Lissau has it all to do now from fourth place. Behind him, it's Alice Bayer And Cedric Prevost moving through the field, which is good news for Matt. It's actually his tip for the top. That is Prevost now. He's coming to attack. Move forward slightly to Prevost and Lissau, Frank. And that's where they are. That's the battle we're looking at now for fourth. As Lissau really hasn't made much these first nearly 5 minutes. Luckily, he's got 25 minutes to make up for it. But we still see Arnaldi leading. Feldman is second by 1.3 seconds. And Prevost, again, after a slow start getting to the pack, has got that sort of inter-race speed, and he's certainly really harrying Lissau. Charles Arnaldi, Feldman. This is the battle for fourth and fifth. Feldman is getting a little bit closer to Lissau at the moment. We've got a Verbrugge Arnaldi Feldman bet from Dimitri. I think that's unlikely. Donovan's in ninth at the moment. They spin through. Lissau, fourth place. Verbrugge now is not really gaining. In fact, there's 24-2, 24-3, 24-3, 24-2 is the first four drivers. They're all getting up to much speed. But the nice thing, if you are Arnaldi, is you've got a 1.7 second lead. And the car crashes in front of us. And it's there and dead. I don't know who that is. My guess is that was Guido Ruster or Michael Donovan. Both of them were late at this lap. So some problems for Michael Donovan and Ruster. As the three middling cars go up the hill. Just ahead of them now, Lissau, as Prevost has dispatched Lissau during that moment of crashing madness we saw earlier. And Bayer's at the back, so Prevost now looking at the moving car. He's managed to get that car. Once it's rolling, it's got some speed on it. Feldman's had a bad lap and dropping off Arnaldi. He's had 2.5 seconds, but Verbrugge is in fact 3 seconds behind him as well. So it's all settling down nicely for Arnaldi. Donovan was in the pits there. Including Martelli maybe in the pits. Another problem for Lissau. Lissau really not, he's taken a long time. He looked very, very good in the sunny, but things not going well for him here. He's having to do a kind of a check block there on Bayer to stop himself from dropping down to fifth. In fact, sixth. So Lissau, my tip for the top is so far only going backwards. And this is the problem. The track was very different from the half hour they had before. And my guess is that it's not their liking. You can see that also Bayer and Lissau are both having problems at coming around Camera Corner. The car really wants to get away from them. They've got an oversteer issue. They haven't got the grip roll problem they had earlier in the week. It's an oversteer issue. Let's see if we can pick up our leader, Arnaldi, in the touring car coloured car. He's going round Superbock Bend at the moment. He turns sharply into Samba Pikes Point before getting into the EFRA turns. He's about to put a lap. I think that's on Martelli, I think that is. He's to be lapping in a second. Comes down the straight. Hunting hard, the number 9 indeed of Gianmarco Martelli. And he's let through, so we are 8 minutes in, there's 22 minutes to go, and at the moment it is a Arnaldi benefit race. More problems with Guido Rosta. He's not having a lot of luck at the moment as he just crawled off in the bottom part of the corner. He's got a 2.7 second lead over Marcus Feldman, who himself possesses 2.9 second lead over Verbrugge, who is just ahead of Prevost, who is just ahead of Lissau. So let's let Arnaldi go. Let's pick up with Feldman, who'll be the next car along. There we go. That's our second place man, mighty Marcus Feldman, current world champion. Car, an absolute pile of rubbish when it rained earlier. He just limped it in at no speed whatsoever. But now it's dry and he's found some pace and he's looking to get himself on the podium. So it comes down to the United Nations. Up the main straight, it'll take the guess and hope for it corner, because they turn from dry onto kind of what looks wet. I don't think it's a massively damp as far as the traction is concerned. Not yet got in the 20. No one's yet got in the 23 second lap. Oh yeah, we've got a couple of 23s. Prevost and Verbrugge have just clipped the 23 second lap race. Seconds for a lap. So Feldman. Not really gaining on Prevost at the moment, but not really losing either. It's all quite static at the moment. Bernard Arnaldi from Marcus Feldman. Giovanni Verbrugge is third. Cedric Prevost is fourth. So Verbrugge in third in car 7. With us now is the number 1 of Arnaldi. Let's let them go through. Let's see Verbrugge, the green car now coming towards us. Let's Frank the green car. That's the good one. Good lad. Through the timing turns. He's in third and he's got about a second lead on Prevost. So this is the battle at the moment. The only battle that's very close is third and fourth. With Prevost, his car got quicker during the half-hour semi-final. It's getting quicker in this final. He's looking now to pick up third place. And we are 10.5 minutes down, 19.5 minutes to go. So far, I'm touching wood, no rain. How big is the delay? Live timing is about 9 to 10 minutes ahead, is that right? I didn't know it was 9 to 10 minutes. I thought the delay was about 45 seconds. We may have an extra delay during the day, so I don't know how long the delay is, I'm sorry. So it's Arnaldi from Feldman from Verbrugge, Prevost next, and Lissau. Alex Bayer and Mathieu Briere. And we've got the kind of period in the middle that's quite quiet, but as you can see, suddenly Prevost right on the tail of Verbrugge. Verbrugge, who was so quick in the first semi-final until it rained, and he decided to change tyres. It was a big gamble. It didn't work for him, but the tyres were no quicker. But he's managing to hold Prevost back at half a second. I think he's actually slightly eased out his lead in third. He himself is 4 seconds behind Feldman. Yeah, 3/10 gain there, so Prevost lost a little bit in that lap. Track still drying, still improving, still coming to the drivers with every lap they take. Coming on the main straight. Both in turn in the camera corner, kind of the tightening timing turns, which were lethal earlier today when the curbs are wet. Now, much easier. So Prevost just looking to ease onto third place, the back of the Belgian's tail there, the green and white car of Verbrugge. Oh, and a big fishtail for Verbrugge. So listen, he lost a lot of forward momentum there. He just drove and got a big fishtail. And you can see that visually he lost something in the region of probably about 3/10 of a second, I think. And suddenly his lead just came down, but he just didn't get the power down. And Prevost right in his turn. Now, worse than that, they've got themselves in traffic. So can he get past the traffic, which is the number 9 of Martelli. Both get through. Prevost right on Verbrugge's tail as they go through the first part of EFRA and then turn round through the United Nations. Going down the main straight, and not the best pick up there from Prevost. That's let Verbrugge a bit of a gap again. They are still, both of these are drifting off Feldman, and Prevost now looks to go on the outside of the Superbox. He now tightens up, can he dive up the inside of the Samuel Point turn? No, he can't. The short shoot now. EFRA 1, EFRA 2, he's just leaving a gap there. Tries to look a bit of a different line. Now he hit the wider line to get a better drive. As he comes over, no, he lifts up 2 wheels, but he's looking so hard now. Prevost has a bit of speed, but as we saw in one of the semi-finals, if you hold your line, Alex Bayer held his line for 10 laps, and Briere couldn't get past him. Can his fellow Frenchman Prevost get past the man who's also holding his line in Verbrugge?
I can tell you it is spotting with rain now, and big black clouds coming behind us. Although when we look to the front of the track, our view is beautiful blue skies, but behind us there are big black clouds coming.
Oh dear.
So I'm not sure if
Oh, look at that. And then Verbrugge again getting some oversteam. And out the inside goes Priva. Verbrugge comes back, trying to get him through the super, but no, he just lost drive coming through the first part of the timing turns, and suddenly he had no drive. He just, I don't think the spotting surely is paying yet, is it? Because he's lost a bit of time. There's no real drop in times at the moment. Perhaps they're down about 3 cents, half a tenth, half a second. But Privo picks up third there, and it's all because Verbrugge just lost drive coming out of the second half of the timing turns. Verbrugge now, it's easier to chase than to lead, is now all over the back bumper. And again, he's very loose at the back end, and we don't like that, certainly on a holiday. So Verbrugge, but now Privo's going to make up a 5-second gap to Feldman. Feldman is 3 seconds behind Arnaldi. He's half a mistake away, but if the rain falls down, Feldman's car looked appalling in the semi-final. Martin Lissau fans, I'm afraid he's a long way further back. But actually, Lissau now is right. Sorry, he's right, saying that he's right on the tail of. I had the wrong timing there. He's right on the tail of Verbrugge, and he's coming now. So Lissau now is the next person to want to start moving forward through the field. The temperature's dropped a bit. The wind's upping a bit, and we're now beginning to wonder if we're going to see 15 dry minutes. Because if it rains, it's going to become a lottery, because the biggest lead we have is Arnaldi, who's 2.7 seconds ahead of Feldman. Feldman has 6 seconds approximately on Privo, and these two you can see are a further second and a half back. So there's Privo, there's Verbrugge, and there's Lissau, who went backwards in the first 10 minutes. We're now 16 down, 14 to go. He's now trying to go forward in the second half of the race. Perhaps that was the plan along, and again, a little bit of loss of drive for Verbrugge. Lissau wasn't close enough to make the most of it. Giovanni now definitely blocking, as he's absolutely allowed to do during a final. Lissau, totally fair what he's doing, but he is holding him up. And the Dane, who made the bad start and the bad first few minutes, he comes at the inside now. And that was a discretion of Alvaro. He came up really, I think, in many ways. Perhaps Verbrugge should have let him through there. And he's coming at the inside again. So Lissau trying everything to get past the Belgian. He's definitely got the pace and the speed, and he was almost, I think he backed out what would have been a questionable move when he went wide going through the timing turns last time. Lissau now trying to line up this overtaking pass, and behind them is the next man with Mathieu Briere, and he's in this fight as well. And when they go away from you and they're turning into the Superblock turn, they actually just look like real full-size touring cars, and they're exactly the same. This could be Alton Park or anywhere. Amazing. Verbrugge now, he's got himself together again after almost leading. Or perhaps Lissau's gone for a breather. Lissau's dropped back off in the last lap. Bad lap, in fact, for Lissau, the previous lap. And he's dropped back about half a second. And now he's got Briere breathing down his neck. So now it's kind of, the hunter becomes the hunted, and Briere looks to get underneath him. Still no sign of any serious rain. As Lissau has had a bad couple of laps, Lissau. Dropped back from, I don't know whether when he had that coming together with Verbrugge, he's done something to his car, because suddenly he's lost the pace. Verbrugge is 2.2 seconds ahead of him. But that's Privo. Sorry, that's not Briere, that's Privo. Privo's dropped back. That is the 9 car of... So when we look at it go around now, it's all got a bit confusing for a second here. That's Martelli, but what is going on? But according to this, off-camera Privo's dropped back down. So it's now Arnaldi from Feldman. Verbrugge's in third. Car 4 is indeed just hit a car 8, so Privo has dropped down. I think he was Marshall. I saw Marshall going back. And the propensity of yellow cars has slightly confused me as far as Lissau's concerned, because Lissau actually has number 9 behind, which is Martelli. So let's just do a bit of a recheck. So let's find our leader. Our leader is going now round through the start-finish straight. This is position 1. Let's pick him up now on the United Nations. So down the straight comes our leader, Bernard Arnaldi. He's following car 4, who's Privo. He's about to lap the 5th place man Privo, who's had a bad couple of laps for some reason. So it's Arnaldi who runs down. Now let's hold the camera. Let's wait for Feldman to come through. He's the next car through. There we are. He's your 2nd place man. That was the gap. The 2nd place man, Feldman. Feldman goes through in second. Now, there is a long gap to Verbrugge. Verbrugge is 10 seconds behind these two because Prevost just dropped out of the middle of it. So we wait and see. That's just what we'll do is we'll take the cars into the timing turns, and we'll go on to the mini camera. And so we now wait as he goes through. We're going to wait for Verbrugge to come through and pick him up. And that's how far behind he is after 20 minutes with 10 minutes to go. He's still not come through. Here he goes now. That's Verbrugge, the green and white 7 car. And he's your 4th place man, and that's your 5th place man, Lissau. So Lissau and Verbrugge are getting a bit close again now, but they are 4th and 5th. And there's a big gap between Verbrugge and Feldman and Prevost, who are 2.5 seconds apart. And that's a bridge that I don't think either of these two drivers. And again, Lissau now looking clever, again trying to go in there. And he's got him now. Lissau finally gets Verbrugge. It took a 4-corner move, but well done for Martin. And he moves up to 4th place, but he's so far back from Feldman now. He's probably about at least 15 seconds back, I would say, from Feldman. But it's a bit of a forlorn hope to catch him up, unless the weather changes. He's 13.5 seconds back from Feldman. He's 15 seconds back from the lead. Feldman beginning to get, and the wind's picking up, which is an interesting thing. Because two things will happen. Frank will fall off the roof. And we may see some rain. So that's Lissau. Now has to begin a 15-second, and he's dropped, absolutely dropped. Verbrugge is right off the pace. Verbrugge, I think, has got a problem. He's dropping time everywhere. And is it spotting more?
I think the cloud is going to miss us, and it's going to the left-hand side of the track, so I think it may be all.
It's good news for our cameras. So, with Feldman, again, and Arnaldi, that's where the battle is. With Lissau needs to leave, he's on his own now trying to catch up. But let's see if we can find our leader again, which is Arnaldi with the touring-coloured car running around the United Nations down the straight now. And the cars are both on the straight at the same time, as he goes and gets another lap as he passes, I think, that was Briere maybe. But the cars are both on the straight at the same time, Feldman and Arnaldi. Arnaldi leading with 7.5 minutes to go. He's led from the off in a textbook race. It's not gone well for Lissau, that has to be sure. Feldman, on the other hand, who we just see there coming in. So he enters the main straight as Arnaldi leaves it. The main straight with these cars hit about 53, 54 miles an hour. So it's Arnaldi from Feldman, from Lissau, from Verbrugge, from Prevost, from Briere, Alice Bayer in 7, Martelli, Rister and Donovan unfortunately no longer running. And every lap that's ticked through, Feldman and Arnaldi are trading tenths either way, so there's no real gain. That 2.5 second lap lead has been there since about minute 5. And Arnaldi, and the thing is that Lissau, even though he is pretty damn swift, is not making any impression whatsoever on these two. He lost too much in that first session, but he does look like he might get himself a podium here. Let's let Arnaldi go through. We'll pick up with Marcus Feldman now. That's your second place man, so he's a multiple European champion. He's won it about 112 times in the map, I think. And the world champion, of course, as well.
How many times have I not been on this trip?
Oh, you're looking forward to a big bob later, aren't you? So Feldman, Arnaldi is less than one mistake away, and he's got 6 minutes. He's got one mistake and then he's gone. But he hasn't looked like making that mistake, in fairness. And that's what Lissau has to help. That's what Feldman has to hope for. Lissau has to really hope that both of them break down. Last lap, 24.2 for Arnaldi, 24 flat for Feldman, 24.6 for Lissau, and 25.4 for Verbrugge. Verbrugge's pace has just disappeared entirely in these last few minutes. So much so he's a long way behind Lissau. But the question really is 2.6 seconds is the gap between Arnaldi and Feldman. And with 5 minutes to go, can he make it up? Well, we're going to get a case of close but no cigar. Given the drama of the semi-finals, this has been a relatively straightforward final after the 10-minute delay was called. Some nice driving there by a number of the drivers to let people through. But Feldman is now 3 seconds back virtually. She just lost another tenth. So it's looking to be moving inexorably towards Bernard Arnaldi becoming European champion. Let's mix it up a bit and see if we can find our leader again. Who's, there's been coming together between two cars, but neither of them was the leader, thankfully. So it's coming now through the timing turns. Arnaldi getting perilously close to lapping Lissau. So Arnaldi looked really, really quick yesterday afternoon. Picked up the pole. Was fast in his semi-final until it got wet, so he couldn't reach those down, and he's been fast again. So basically, he's found very, very mixed conditions we've had here. The track's been coming to them throughout the weekend, and once the track had come to them, suddenly it rained. It was completely different again today, and it was wet and dry. Bernard has absolutely mastered these conditions. I think he's going to go home a very happy man in about 3.5 minutes, because unless we get a rain shower, I can't see anything stopping from winning. We've lost one of the cars. Who have we lost? Number 7's gone, so we've lost Verbrugge, who was slowing down slowly. Obviously he had a problem that was getting steadily worse. Is now terminal. We had seen him drop a lot of pace. And the lead is now 2.7 seconds. So Feldman actually pulled a couple of cents back that time. He's trying to make it exciting for us. Let's see if we can find the leader, because that's not the leader, Frank. Yeah, let's pick up Feldman. Feldman's just United Nations. So let's go to the EFRA turn. So Feldman again, the chaser, carrying, but he is 2.7 seconds behind, and they're just trading tenths. I think also that now he's managed to get 2 or 3 cars in between them, which is quite good. Let's see how the last person is not lapped, but I think he's going to be lapped very soon. That was lucky. Feldman got 2 in one go. One of them was Lissau. So Lissau has been lapped now. So the first 2 have lapped all the way up to second. That makes sense. Up to third. So everyone's lapped. And the pace one isn't in Lissau's car today. So it has been Feldman and it has been Arnaldi. But Arnaldi just looking masterful, controlling the gap. Dropped a couple of tens that time to Feldman. There's only a minute and a half to go. So let's pick up our leader again as he goes into the TV timing turns now. Because he's a minute and a half away from winning the European Championship, which he has won with consummate ease in many ways. Whilst he's never been a long way away, those 2.5 seconds have always been enough. Come rolling down towards us now. And the car still looks great after half an hour. So a deserved winner. He won. He was the pole position sitter. He was the man who won his semi-final, and it looks like the man who's going to win his final, because he's got, whilst the lead's coming down a tiny bit, there will be this lap and 2 more. He'll have 2 more laps after this one, as will Feldman, who's a little bit closer again. Closes it down by about 4 tenths, but there's 2 cars in the way. So Feldman making a fight out of this, because they should finish in the same frame, which is always good. With 2 laps to go, So you can see Feldman hitting the straight there. So it's only half a straight as Feldman begins to push hard. Oh, and very ponderous around the corner there for this last lap. I thought he might have finished. They're really getting quite close. They are grandstand finishing for us. They're both in the same frame. Feldman catching hand over fist to Arnaldi. If there had been another couple of laps, which there aren't, he might have had a chance. But Feldman now is within shooting distance, well, speaking distance. Oh, he could be up 2 wheels. He's trying so hard, Mighty Marcus. But it's going to be Arnaldi. He's going to win this. But he's going to win this by less than a second. And a win for Bernard Arnaldi. He's slightly tightened up towards the end as Feldman tried to come. Absolutely marvellous. Bernard, congratulations, but that did seem like an easy win.
No, because the final was very stressed, and the distance with Marcus was very short.
How difficult was it today with all the different conditions and the rain and everything?
It was very difficult with the weather because it was raining and sun shining just after.
After your first European Championship, how are you feeling?
I am very happy because I was looking for the title from many years.
I'm happy because, like I told you earlier this day, it's a really gamble today with the tires and the setup and everything, and it was raining again a little bit in the final. So I think the car was good. It had the same speed than BR, and it's good. I had a bad start, so I lost about 2 to 3 seconds to Arnaldi, and I never really could close that gap. We both did similar lap times. The last 5 minutes I could push a little more. I could close the gap. I never was able to reach him to start a fight. So it was good. Both of us deserved it, and it's good.
Well, we're all packing up after a great final, and congratulations to Bernard. But don't forget, live streaming carries on this week, starting on Thursday with the 1/8 Track Championship in Kirchberg. We will see you there.